There's serious news this morning about torture. The Washington Post reported last night that memos have been identified as coming from George W. Bush. These memos have been discovered to provide personal, direct authorization for torture by waterboarding. Waterboarding is drowning somebody until they're so afraid that they're going to die that they'll do anything that you ask them to do. If that's not torture, nothing is. And George W. Bush approved it himself. But we can't just lay this at the ground of George W. Bush. What did the current presidential candidates do to stop it? Barack Obama, Joseph Biden, and John McCain were all in the United States Senate at the time that Michael Mukasey, the current Attorney General, was up for confirmation. It's the job of the Senate to confirm political nominees, like the Attorney General. Michael Mukasey refused to answer questions about waterboarding torture and whether he would prosecute it as illegal. He refused. He wouldn't answer questions in the Senate. Point-blank questions. And since he's become Attorney General, Michael Mukasey has stated that he will not prosecute anybody for engaging in waterboarding. Now we know that George W. Bush himself was the person planning and approving the waterboarding torture. So now we know why Michael Mukasey didn't want to say that waterboarding was something he would prosecute as Attorney General, even though that's his duty. Well, where were Biden, Obama, and McCain on the Mukasey confirmation? When Mukasey refused to answer questions in the Senate, what did they do? John McCain refused to show up to vote. Joseph Biden refused to show up to vote. Barack Obama refused to show up to vote. They all refused to do their duty. They all failed to stand up to torture. They let Michael Mukasey slide into office, even though we now know that Michael Mukasey was set up from the beginning to help George W. Bush cover up what is clearly a crime, a war crime, a serious crime, a high crime. So how do we make a decision now? Now that we know that both the Democratic nominee and the Republican nominee were absent on the issue of torture, we have to take a look at the identity of the Republicans and the Democrats as parties in general, as political parties. Look, the Democratic Party has been weak for as long as I can remember, weak, giving in to right-wing extremism and pandering to it. But the one thing they have not been is an enthusiastic cheerleader for torture. Oh, they've acquiesced to torture, just as Joseph Biden did, John McCain did, Barack Obama did, when Michael Mukasey was voted in. But the one thing that the Republicans have done that the Democrats haven't done is that the Republican Party has been a cheerleader for torture. They've been the party of looking for any means necessary to do what they want to do. They've been the party that's advocated for putting the president above the law. They've been the party that has applauded torture. Take a look at what happened in Sacramento, California. The official Republican Party platform in Sacramento, the official website, actually posted the phrase this week, waterboard Barack Obama. That's not just an isolated incident. There are actually Republicans selling bumper stickers that have the same slogan, waterboard Barack Obama. Now, I don't like that Barack Obama has been weak in his opposition to torture, any more than I like it that John McCain has been weak in his opposition to torture. But there is a difference. If Barack Obama gets elected to the presidency, he will be representing the Democratic Party, which has not had a good record on torture, but it's had a better record on torture than the Republican Party. The Democrats, many of them, voted for the Pro-Torture Military Commissions Act. However, Republicans voted for that as well. And the Democrats, at the very least, have supported that reluctantly. And we know that Democratic activists, both insiders and outsiders, oppose torture, whereas Republican activists, insiders and outsiders, have been supporting torture. It's a small difference, I know, but it's a difference that matters. When we elect Barack Obama, we are going to have to fight him tooth and nail to get the right thing done. But there's hope, some hope, that we can use pressure on Barack Obama to get him to stop sitting on the sidelines on these important issues. With John McCain and Sarah Palin in the White House, we don't have that hope at all. We'll have more of the same. We won't get the truth on what's been happening with torture under George W. Bush. We'll get more cover-ups. That's why I'm voting for Barack Obama, not having a lot of respect for his failure to stand up to torture, but recognizing that the people he'll bring into the White House may make a difference.